Welcome to Living with Victory Ministries podcast. Today's podcast is brought to you by Teague's Grocery and Corner Cafe at 130 Soco Road in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. In a moment, we'll join Tony and Laureen Giorgio with today's message.
There's a promise coming down that dusty road, and from his holy hand, healing virtue flows. He's got the keys to what you need. Death and hell he will defeat. Oh, there's a promise coming down that dusty
road. Teague's Grocery and Cafe, serving Maggie Valley since 1965, with delivery now available through Grubhub. Teague's is Maggie Valley's only grocery store. They're located at 130 Soco Road near the eastern entrance of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and the Blue Ridge Parkway. Drop in for breakfast or lunch at the Corner Cafe, featuring a variety of daily specials. Teague's Grocery and Cafe is open Sunday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Call 828-926-1147. Teague's Grocery and Cafe, sponsors of Living with Victory.
Welcome to another edition of Living with Victory, where life isn't about waiting for the storms to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain with peace, joy, and victory in the midst of your storms, because Jesus is your umbrella. We also, if you listen into the program, we do try to give you the opportunity to pick up some hope and encouragement through devotionals and books. And now we are going to have our topic and our scriptures read by my co-host, my wonderful wife, Laureen.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we're going to talk about how do you perceive your situation? Do you think of rocks or diamonds? That makes a big difference in how you go through your problems. Because if you're thinking of rocks, you're thinking of, oh, God, this will never work out. There's fear because you don't know what to do with those rocks. You can't move them out of the way. It seems impossible. Or are you thinking of them as a diamond? Now, a diamond, that shines and sparkles in the light.
That can hit me in the head anytime it wants, right?
And it's a thing of value.
Yes.
So how do you know that the situation you're in right now, when you're trusting God, isn't going to open up into a situation that reflects diamonds instead of a dirty rock?
I guess it was Jensen Franklin of the Free Chapel Church, okay? He did a story, which was a true story, about a rock. And that, I guess that's where we came from, this farmer. I won't go into the whole thing, but he was throwing out these rocks, okay? Come to know later on, this rock was a diamond in the rough. It wasn't cultured. It wasn't worked, but it was a diamond. Is your rock a diamond that you're casting away from you?
Exactly.
It may seem rough and hard, but that could be your diamond. That could be your answer.
Well, it's how you perceive your situation.
Yes.
And your attitude will definitely makes a difference. God is our protector. You know, the definition of protector is a person or thing that protects someone or something. Other words to explain protector would be defender, preserver, bodyguard, guardian, guard, even watchdog. Psalm 91, 4-7 says, "Then he will cover you with his pinions." Cover. Not leave you out there in the danger, but totally cover you with his pinions.
His wings, right?
And
Yes.
under his wings shall you trust and find refuge. His truth and his faithfulness are a shield and a buckler. That's a wonderful promise.
It really is.
You shall not be afraid of the terror of the night, nor of the arrow, the evil plots and slanders of the wicked that flies by day.
Now remember, this was David who wrote this in a time when they were after him, shooting arrows at him. So that.
Now I know we all have enemies that do shoot arrows, so this applies today too.
It sure does.
Nor of the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor of the destruction and sudden death that surprise and lay waste at noonday.
Wow.
1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you when God is your protector.
If you're anchored in the one who we say is the creator and the I am, no matter how many things are falling apart around you, your life seems to be just coming apart at the seams. But if you're anchored in him, and you take on his yoke, which he said is light, not yours, his. Just couple yourself onto him. You're not going to be tested or even touched.
You know, we have a choice when something hits us hard. We do have a choice. We could either go with Satan's lies, because John 10:10 says the thief does come only in order to steal and kill and destroy. Jesus said, I came that you may have and enjoy life and have it in abundance to the full till it overflows. And this does not say that you have to wait until you don't have any problems. This says now.
Right now.
And Matthew 11:30 says, for my yoke, Jesus is speaking, my yoke is wholesome, useful, good, not harsh, hard, sharp, or pressing, but comfortable, gracious, and pleasant. And my burden is light and easy to be borne.
Yes.
So there's your choice. You know, you don't have to listen to Satan's lies. You can rebuke him and send him on his way in the name of Jesus and choose to pick up Christ's yoke. When you're putting that yoke on your shoulder, he has the other half. You're not taking the whole thing on yourself.
Not at all. Sometimes you hear, oh God, why me? Why are you asking God? He's not doing it. You see, because he's saying here in John 10:10, the thief comes only in order to steal and kill and destroy. He's not the thief. Jesus isn't the thief. We forget that Satan is as real as Jesus. There are two powers in this world, and what's coming at you is the evil one, is Satan, who's trying to make you turn away from the help that you have because you are a child of the King, and he doesn't want that. He wants you to blame him. It's thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
We've been talking the last few weeks about hope and encouragement. What happened to us since August? Well, the point here is that God knows your every step and he's with you. And yes, he is covering you, but you know, if you're not looking for it and you're not depending on it and you're not saying he's going to do it, he'll get me out of this, and you think you got to get yourself out of it, then yeah, you're missing that blessing. And I'll show you in the next few minutes that we have that whether it's financial, whether it has to do with your health, whether it's depression, fear, I don't care what it is, because all of the above have come into play in these last few months with us also and throughout our lives. But Jesus showed us he can handle it. He'll take care of it in ways that you would never imagine. But you have to give him the credit. You have to believe that he will, not just on Sunday mornings. You've got to walk with him. And walking with him sometimes is kind of rough, right? Those rocks keep coming at you, but you also have the diamonds.
The first thing you want to do when something hits is try to fix it. Yeah. You know, how can I fix this? Sometimes you find that while you're trying to fix it, it's getting worse.
Yes.
And,
right.
you know,
yeah, well,
I think
worse.
that's the first clue you to say, okay, Lord, I can't do this. I cannot do this. But I know that you never leave me alone, that you promised you would never forsake me. So I'm taking all of these issues that are hitting us. I know Satan is after us. I know you're protecting us. I know that you sometimes allow certain things to happen when you're trying to get us in position. I don't understand it all. I understand nothing. I am nothing. Actually, I was created from dirt. So I can do nothing without you. But I choose to stay, as we spoke earlier in the month, in the vine of Christ. I choose to trust you no matter which way you decide to take it, but I'm here to receive how you're going to do it.
If you haven't heard the last few broadcasts in the month about what we were going through, okay, I'm going to put it into a capsule in just a few minutes, okay? But first, let's take a little break. We want to remind you seriously about the website, livingwithvictory.org. I just want to go over this one little bit because a lot of people may not be on the internet, but you can write us. Write us your prayer request if you want. Write a check and put it in an envelope, whichever. But we are at Post Office Box 1982, Maggie Valley, North Carolina, 28751. And for those of you who are listening online and streaming right now, you can email us if you like at livingwithvictory@gmail.com. For everybody who's offline, you can send it to P.O. Box 1982, Maggie Valley, North Carolina, 28751. Okay? The website is livingwithvictory.org, and the email address is livingwithvictory@gmail.com. We're talking about things that hit you. You think you're doing great, and you think, well, we're on the air, and we're okay. We're televangelists, whatever you want to call it. Well, we're just like you. We started out in August with the car accident and that whole debacle. Lost the car, that went down. We kind of got that straightened out. Well, we jumped right from the frying pan into the fire. We got sick. Am I in the realm of...
Yes, you are, the whole month of December.
Okay, this is all in 1 month. I got bronchitis, the snowstorm, we were at the shelter, and all of this is also reflected on the ministry because we're more down than up, and no matter what we're trying to do, we really can't focus on raising funds in a period of time where the giving season during the Christmas holidays, and every time we got up, somebody hit us with a rock. We're not able to do the fundraising. You just find yourself like in a closet.
When you're not feeling well, the 3 times that Tony was in the hospital over December, it took a long while for him through the month of January to get his strength back.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're not feeling well and you have all this to do, that's when you have to realize your own weakness, that in your weakness is God's strength.
Exactly.
And when you can't do for yourself, it is time to just simply turn it over to him and let him take care of it. Now, we can never think the way God thinks.
No way. There's,
we look at it from the human point, So, yes, these were big, black, dirty rocks that were hitting us. So that's why we say, how are you perceiving your situation? They're big, black, dirty rocks.
Yeah.
And then in time, as we started to just give it over to God and he started to do it his way, we allowed him to do it his way, we started to see those rocks turning into diamonds. It's starting to shine.
But before that, though, it got way down low because, well, we didn't have the funds to continue on the internet.
That's right.
We had to drop that. Now, what does that do for you? Well, when you've got bronchitis, you're in a hospital, they're sticking you with needles, that brings on a thing called depression. Okay? And I know I shouldn't be depressed, right? Because I'm sitting here telling you not to be. But I'm telling you that it caught me so hard that, wow, I was laying in that hospital bed. What's the use? We can't get that, and we owed money. You don't just do these things without finances, and I had to pay what I owed, even though I had to cancel the contract.
Exactly. But understand that in the thickest of your problem, in the darkest time, when it looks like those rocks that are hitting you are really big, black, dirty rocks, understand that Satan then, he is the thief, and he is going to come and start lying to you. He is not a fair opponent. No. He takes no mercy on you.
Not at all.
And he literally wants to steal from us, wants to kill and destroy us. And he was trying his best to do it. But I have to say, I have a God who was my protector, our protector, Living with Victory's protector. And he has been protecting us with every time that he tried to hit us, Satan. God was right there.
With me being in the hospital, you have to realize the chain of events. I lose the car. Now I have to worry about a car. Okay, that's gone.
I know it sounds like nothing that we lost the car, but we almost had a month without transportation. And you know what that's like when you can't get out of your house to go shopping.
That's another
You
story.
don't eat.
And that's another story. Then a snowstorm hits, and I can't get out of my driveway because there's no way with my back the way it was. And the fall, we won't even talk about when I fell and hurt the back again.
Exactly.
We won't go there. But you understand, rocks kept coming at us. And man, every time we got up, now we're trying to get out because we have no heat. And the propane didn't get delivered, so the fireplace is out. And we have to get out of here because I'm not feeling too good. We got to get out. And we go to the shelter. God bless them. And 4 days of that, couldn't get back in the house. Things are going down. And I come down now with the bronchitis, okay? And I'm watching our budget going from being able to do what I have to do to, I don't think I'm going to be able to pay my way out of a paper bag here.
Right.
And the depression, like I said, but the fear, because now you're at the horns of dilemma. And he's pressing in on you. And the more I prayed, and the more I tried to get up, he kept knocking me down, especially me, because I was weak enough. I was really weak, mentally, spiritually, you name it. And it just bothered me to the point where almost fear was setting in because I'm saying, we're going to lose it all. We're not going to make it. I'm down to nothing. My funds, I owe over $2,000 over here. I owe this, and I got, and I have, like, what was it? A couple of pennies in the banking, $250, I think. Okay, this is where we had gotten to. All right, you realize though we're here talking to you. We're up and running, and then Laureen gets bronchitis after months of taking care of me, my nephew, the whole poor thing. She comes down. But God, I'm telling you, your anchor, your umbrella, when he says, take my yoke, all right? The miracles that took place, you can't describe, I couldn't have expected, all right? Except that my doubt, my fear, and those rocks stopped me from seeing the diamond that was in them all.
Right.
Out of all of that, there was a lesson because he's saying, hang on here, hang on here, hang on over here. This is open encouragement. And out of nowhere, out of our need, out of our desperation, out of, every day something, okay? We had a donation, all right, that came in, annual donation, wonderful partner, friend, and in that donation, which is what I was expecting, but at this point, it wouldn't cover all the bills. No way. Not going to do it. And this donor, through the Lord Jesus Christ, put on his heart to give more. Give more. And I looked at it when I got that donation. All I saw was what we normally got every year. Mm-hmm. Well, and I thanked him, right? I was happy as a clam, right? And he said, there's more paper under it. I know what in the world he was talking about. What are you talking? Well, yeah, there was more paper under it. He was sending us to go down to Orlando and go and do some networking, then meet our friends and our other board members. But it was on his heart. Who did that? Did I do it? I didn't solicit it. I couldn't even speak. I was ducking rocks, but in my foolishness, I didn't look up. Mm-hmm. I didn't look up. That's why I was looking down. I was looking down.
You cannot look at the problem.
You can't. Don't worry about it.
Satan wants you to do. Keep your eyes there.
This is what David was saying in Psalm 91. He's saying 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. I don't care how many times I fell. Hospital, car, finances, I don't care. Illness, sickness. I mean, devastating depression that was like, fear. And out of nowhere, I did not expect it. I did not solicit. I didn't do any of it. He put it in this donor's mind that more was and they didn't know what we were going through. It's not that we were advertising it. And here it was that lifted us out of the ashes and brought us up to a level where we can actually breathe.
He gave us a diamond.
He gave us the diamonds, and that is part of hope and encouragement. Don't worry about your rocks hitting you. It's first of all a test. Mm-hmm. Do you really believe? And boy, did I fail it. I was so far down, I didn't know which end to turn, but I knew there had to be something. But he did something I could never do.
You do not have to feel that you trust. All you have to do is say to God, I choose to trust you. I don't understand, but I know the one I am trusting. I don't know how you're going to do this, Lord, but I know you're going to help me through.
Yes, and I know that we are at a plateau. We're not out of the woods, but we are to a place where we can continue to say, okay, I can get back on that internet radio. I can continue to operate. I can continue to bring the word. I am blessed. I am saved by the blood of the Lamb. He died for me, and he has proven his love. And he doesn't have to.
No, and
he didn't have
and
to.
I'm sure if you stop and you think about it in your own life, you could see where God was and is right there for you because he loves you. He loves all of us the same.
Exactly. And you say, well, you had bronchitis. Everybody gets by. Big deal, illness. I got cancer. I got news for you. You know, the lady sitting across from me here, 7 years, and she's clear. She's a survivor of breast cancer where it shouldn't have been. It's there, but it's in him. It's in him and not us. That's all we're trying to tell you.
Just wanted to reiterate Matthew 11:30, that he's saying, my yoke is wholesome, useful, good, not harsh, hard, sharp, or pressing, but comfortable, gracious, and pleasant. And my burden is light and easy to be borne. And when you keep your eyes on him and you keep him in your life moment by moment, it's true. His yoke is light because you're not bearing the whole brunt of it. He's got the other half on his shoulder.
Exactly. And now I guess we're coming to the end. Just remember, tell your friends we can use to hear from you, okay? We love you. This is Tony.
And Laureen.
Saying Jesus is your umbrella in the storm. There is hope and encouragement for all in him.
If your life feels like pieces of a broken puzzle, walking through Living with Victory's website will guide you with hope and encouragement. Each page has information to put the broken pieces of life's puzzle back together again. You will find food for your soul, peace, and joy. Here you will find Jesus is the answer. You will learn who Jesus is and why he loves you so much to go to the cross for you. You will learn he wants to be your closest friend, walking and talking with you every moment of every day, and help you put the pieces of the broken puzzle back together to make you whole again. You can listen to our podcasts on your favorite platform, read Laureen's articles of hope and encouragement, purchase her book of God's promises for your life, contact us for prayer, or read about his love for you. Visit today at livingwithvictorync.org.